the flag. Okay, I will create
mental images
that deepen my
understanding
of the text. So, are mental images like pictures on paper?
Okay.
What does it mean by mental images?
Pictures on papers.
Mental images.
Images in your brain.
Okay. Iris?
Does it mean like you're on a piece of paper you're drawing an image of what you know of what you're talking about?
No. So mental images are images only in your brain. So later
That's
on,
what I said.
I know. Yes. Great. Yes. So later on, you are going to be writing what you imagine in your brain. So when we're going through this lesson, I want you to be picturing stuff in your brain and how you would describe those mental images. Okay? If we're doodling, can we not? Let's put the caps on our markers and put our markers down. Well, actually, I think the next slide you'll need a marker, but we're not doodling, please. Okay, here's our last one. I will for my research project. So at the end of this unit, you are going to be presenting your project to the class.
Yay! Oh, heck no.
You're gonna
the project for in groups for the project?
No, these are going to be by yourself.
Like the model of the planet.
We'll talk about it. I'll give you more information in a little bit about what the project is about.
Okay.
Is that what your questions are about what the project is about?
No.
Okay, what's your question?
Is this like the projects that I have to do in middle grade, high school, and college?
I don't. I'm sure you would have to do some research, yes?
No.
You are researching jazz musicians. Or
Does
musicians.
this involve crafting or something?
Okay, we'll get to it. Can I get through it? We'll get more information. Okay? Alright, you need a whiteboard, your workbooks, and a pencil and marker. Okay. So just to review from what we did yesterday. You need your workbook? How are you going to work without your workbook?
Imaginary workbook. Imaginary workbook.
Okay.
That's a smart idea. Looks good.
We have all this time sitting here doing nothing. Why don't you guys have your books out? Okay, on your whiteboards, you will have 1 minute to write something that you learned yesterday about Billie Holiday. So 1 minute.
Well, what if we were tests? Do you want to switch one?
But you were still here for some of it, and I'm sure you can figure out something from the images about something about her. On your whiteboards, what's something you remember about Billie Holiday? Or if you weren't here, because were you guessing? What is something you can gather about her based on the images? Okay, I'm gonna marker. No, you can use it. I will. I'm gonna pull Class Dojo up on my screen that you can't see, and I'm gonna be giving Dojo points to students that are following my directions throughout the lesson. So students that are writing down right now, I would love to give a Dojo point to. Okay, what is something you remember about her? Billie Holiday. Oh. Here, I'll give you 1 more minute.
Thank you. Go right there.
I'm giving Class Dojo points to students that are working. Billie Holiday. Something about Billie Holiday.
She told us to bring our workbooks so we can look up the information we had yesterday. And there's also a research on the board.
Yes. Oh, where did it go?
It's over there.
Oh, yes. There's some information
I
from
didn't even
yesterday.
see that.
Thank you.
Oh, why?
Okay, everybody hold up your boards, please. In her childhood, she worked cleaning houses. She had different name of Lady Day and Billie Holiday. Oh, she got her name from Billy Dove. Who was Billy Dove?
Her favorite actor.
No. Favorite actor.
Is that
Well,
what you're
let
gonna say,
Jacob
Jacob?
speak.
No,
His friend, his friend, his
Sit
friend.
down, please. She had a job and lived with her grandmother and cousins. Her name was Eleanor Fagan. She had played jazz music.
Well, no, no.
Okay, can you hold yours flat? She has a pet dog. You know who I thought this dog looked like? Who do you think this dog looks like?
Me. A bulldog.
Bongo.
Me.
Bongo boy.
I'm thinking
And
of a
my
very
now.
I'm thinking of a very specific famous dog.
Me.
Airbud.
Ooh,
Listen
bulldog.
to the big red dog. Buddy the dog.
Clifford.
Airbud.
Does that?
we're not doing that right
Dog.
now. Okay.
Baby's Buddy the dog.
What do you know about Billie Holiday?
Wait, I think I know what you're talking about. I know what Billy. I know what Billy Holiday.
Alright, waterfall. Scooby Doo.
Blood.
No, that's not.
Rodo.
I thought you were talking about the space one. She's here. She's here.
She's waterfall. Okay, so next we're looking at vocabulary. So what is this first word? Can somebody tell me what this first word is? No.
Hello.
Anna? Croon. So can anybody tell me a guess of what they think croon means? Jose.
I think croon is
It is to sing or say something in a soothing or sentimental way. What's our next word? Humiliation. Okay, we know what it means to be humiliated, right?
Yeah. It means
What's the synonym for humiliation?
bully,
No,
Bully.
no.
make fun of.
Humiliation is a thing you feel, not something you do.
Huh?
Okay.
What is that supposed to mean?
Okay. Humiliation is embarrassment or shame. Okay, idle. Everybody say idle.
I need to go back.
Idle is
I know what.
okay.
Idol.
What is it, Matthew?
I don't
Okay. What is it, Denasia?
Idol means like you're inspired. You're inspired by them. Like it's for like. Wait, I think I know. For example, like Layla's idol is Billy Idol.
Okay. An idol is someone who is greatly admired or idealized. Sensational. Everybody say sensational. Okay, that means impressive or exciting. Okay, soulful. Everybody say soulful.
Soulful.
That means expressing profound feeling. Okay, thrive. Okay. That means to develop with health and vigor. And then twang. Okay, what does somebody think? What does twang mean? Does anybody have a guess? Twang? Elias?
Does it mean playing an instrument?
Partly. What do you think, Salome? A song on an instrument, kinda. Layla? You think it's something what? Okay. Last guess. undeniably is our last one. So say undeniably.
Undeniably.
That is when there is no doubt about something.
Like no proof.
So it means you have proof, there is no doubt. So like, if I said, put your seat down because I can see you're leaning back, and I have proof because I could see with my eyes, and it was undeniable.
Look up there. What is?
All right, so next we have Miles Davis.
How do you know where to?
Can we put away our whiteboard? You'll need them again throughout the lesson, but you can set them off to the side for a minute.
And put your cap on your marker.
Okay, so today we're learning about Miles Davis. I'll wait until everybody's quiet and looking forward. Okay, Miles Davis is a jazz legend who rose to fame in the 1940s. He came after Louis Armstrong and Billie Holiday, and he followed in their footsteps. And he was well known for his unique and sophisticated style, and for being cool.
Being cool.
For being cool.
Cool.
Okay, so what country is this?
United States of America.
Beautiful. When you, okay, so I want everybody to look at the map, and when you see St. Louis, I want you to touch your nose.
I don't see St. Louis. I'm looking on this map.
St. Louis. So there's different parts labeled on the map,
Can I
different
come
things
up there?
labeled on the map.
Can I come up there?
When you
I
see
can't
St.
really see.
Louis,
I can't see.
The hair is one.
you can come up briefly, and then you can go sit back in your desk so you can see St. Louis. When you see it, I want you to put your finger
The
on your nose.
hair is St. Louis and highlighted. Dug into it. I see St. Louis. Should we dug in it?
Can you guys like, okay, 3, 2, 1, back. Okay. I'm gonna take a picture, so I'm gonna do it the opposite. Okay. Okay, can somebody come point at St. Louis for me? Now pull stick. Solomon, can you come point at St. Louis?
No, it's Port St. Louis. St. Louis.
Good job. Okay, what other major cities can we see on our map here? Just shout them out.
New York, Mississippi River.
Sorry, that was my fault. Okay. These are all, the blue cities are cities that famous jazz musicians have come from. So we see New York City, Chicago, St. Louis, and New Orleans, and they're all, well, they're not all on them. But then we also have the Mississippi River, which is a main point of this lesson is the Mississippi River. So if you guys look back on the map back there, the Mississippi River is still highlighted back there. Beautiful. Okay, and the St. Louis is on the Mississippi River. Some images of the Mississippi River. What do we notice in our images about the river? Or about, what do we notice? Anna? Okay. Xavier? Okay, we have the map of the Mississippi River. Jacob?
It goes in south and goes into the ocean.
And it goes into the ocean. Beautiful. Okay, what other musicians have we talked about that have been on the Mississippi River? Do we remember?
Louis Armstrong?
Okay. Okay. So Louis Armstrong was correct.
Yes.
Does anybody remember where Louis Armstrong is from?
St. Louis? New
Okay, let's try
Orleans?
another.
Oh, New Orleans!
New Orleans.
It was on the Mississippi.
Mississippi? Where?
This was a couple days ago. He was from New Orleans.
He went to New Orleans.
So he is from,
Ohio.
he performed in New Orleans. So that was also along the Mississippi River.
Ohio. Did he move to New York City? New York.
Okay, so we're going to be reading a book. We're going to listen to a read aloud of a book about Miles Davis called called The Birth of Cool. That's why I made a point to say that he was cool. He was the first cool guy. Okay. Ooh. Give me just a second. So while we are listening to this, we are going to be answering questions. So I'll pause and we'll answer questions.
Hey,
Okay, hold on.
we heard
Found
that
his
book.
sound. And there's a note from Wynton Marsalis. It is written by Kathleen Cornell Merman, and it is illustrated by Keith Henry Brown. And our publisher is Page Street Kids.
Okay, well, she's reading, you're following along.
Mornings in East St. Louis, Miles Davis sits as close as he can get to the radio. Louis Armstrong, soaring trumpet, Duke Ellington's sensational big band dazzle Miles's imagination. Swinging sounds of jazz swirl together like colors on a pinwheel. Miles, curious, smart, crazy about music, claps and sways, lost in the moment, until his mom hollers, "Time for school!" Kids taunt and tease him, just for being skinny, shy, and dark. He plays baseball, swims, and boxes like a champ. But music means more. And here's a quote. "When I got into music, I went all the way into music. I didn't have no time after that for nothing else." Blocks from home, Miles watches riverboats blow pools of steam while whistling, swishing up the Mississippi River, greeting musicians from New Orleans who play rollicking rhythms in that Louis Armstrong way. The perfect place for a boy who loves music. At night, he lifts his window to listen. Melodies drift down the street. Some croon country, some cry the blues. Sassy saxophones wail through the night. Miles can't sleep. Taps his toes, snaps his fingers, can't stop thinking of ways to make music of his own.
Okay. Alright, on page 4, and I'll go back to it. What details do we know about where Miles Davis lived? So here's a sentence stem if you need a sentence stem. On your whiteboards, you are responding. Are you writing one word answer?
No.
No, not when we have a sentence stem. Okay,
Hey.
so on page 4, what did they tell us about where Miles Davis lives? Or lived? And I'll go back. Write down the sentence stem. If you're not sure, that's fine, but you still need to write down the sentence stem.
Wait, can you, while we play, while we write, can you like read where we read the page?
I will go back, but somebody asked for me to go back to the sentence stem, so write down the sentence stem first.
Hold on.
Okay, what do we know about where Miles Davis lived based on this page?
New Orleans? Don't like that, don't
I
like
appreciate that. What? Where did he live? What do we know about where he lived? Where does he live? That's what I can ask. Where did he live? Can you see? live there yet? Yes, he lived on the Mississippi River.
Yes.
Okay.
I got it.
Heck yeah, good job. All right. I'm gonna play it again so we're listening.
Summers. Miles loves Grandpa's Arkansas farm. Different sounds echo, the clip-clopping of his horse beats rumbling rhythms on dusty roads. Miles imagines music, starry nights, walking down winding roads. The moon casts dark shadows while guitars twang backwoods blues. A woman's mournful voice sings through tangled trees, captivating him. Saturday evening church. Soulful singing spills into the night. Miles listens, rhythmic clapping, haunting harmonies lift his spirits. Sounds of Arkansas stay with him, always. 13th birthday, brand new, gleaming trumpet. Time for Miles to find his own sound. Deep breaths, buzzed lips, stuttering, squeaking, sweaty brow, tight face. He practices long tones over and over and over. Struggles to erase brassy notes and create that round sound he loves. Treasured teacher Elwood Buchanan teaches Miles the right way to play clearly. Slaps his knuckles if he shakes those notes. He listens to the pro who steers him on his path. In high school band, Mr. Buchanan pushes Miles to play louder in his own style. He comes through with his best performance yet, but prizes still go to white kids. Miles burns with humiliation. Anger fuels his passion to move forward, to play harder, to be undeniably better than everyone else. He blows those feelings into something beautiful. They play loud, but I got the soul.
Okay, so he was the best performer, but who did the prizes go to?
Did you play white kids?
The white kids. To the white kids. Because what color was Miles Davis? He was white?
Black.
He was black. So he was a black musician and he was playing with white kids. And he was the best. Was he getting the prizes?
No.
Okay. Alright, on your whiteboards.
If he was the best, then why is he not getting the prizes then? Because there were people was like
You're racist.
racist, yeah.
Yes, because the color of his skin. Alright, so when they said, but I got the soul, what does that mean? So he was the best, he didn't win the prizes, but he got the soul. What does that mean? I'll go back here for a second. I'll point out that the quote is right here. I got the soul.
They put loud, but I got the soul. How does that make sense?
Okay, so what do we think? I got this, but I got the soul means I'll give you a minute to
Wait,
write it on
that's
your
the
board.
song that he's playing? Can you please stop shouting it out?
What does the word soulful mean? Do you remember that from the vocab?
No, like, the vocab is in the back.
But doesn't anybody remember what the definition of soulful was?
Yeah, I know.
What was it?
It means you're singing like so calmly and beautifully.
It means expressing profound feeling. So if you're soulful, you have a lot of feeling. So when he says, but I got the soul, what do we think that means?
I got it wrong. No, because it's so soulful. So it has to be good.
Alright.
Wait, can you give us one more minute?
Okay, one more minute.
Yeah. Thank you again.
at the soul means. Okay, he plays with spirit. Is that what you said? Okay, I like that. Okay, everybody hold up your boards. I'm gonna see what everybody wrote.
Okay.
Got talking about feeling in his music, feeling. Okay, fine. Now what were yours? Then it has soul. He plays the best. Means that they have talent but is not accepted. I like that. All right. We're gonna continue with the story. Yeah, that's what it means. That he plays with a lot of feeling. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Eyes up here and we're following along. Are we looking around the room?
No.
I know.
Miles plays dance music while still in school, makes money, gains confidence, dresses in style, starts to improvise. He carries his trumpet everywhere, doesn't talk much, but is always ready to play. Everybody's buzzing about a new form of jazz, bebop, far-out harmonies with fast, flipping beats that hop and hop. Miles sets out, trumpet in hand, to hear the inventors of this new style. Miles is blown away by the energy of the music. And this is another quote. Bebop was about change, about evolution. It wasn't about standing still and becoming safe.
Okay. So according to page 12, what details do we know about jazz? So I'll go back. So what does this page tell us about jazz? Right. Jazz is what according to page 12? What do you know about jazz?
What was the question?
What does this page tell us about jazz? What details can you tell us about jazz?
Can you go back to the sentence then?
So it's jazz, and then you're going to write the details that you know about it according to the author. I'll go back in a second. You're writing a sentence.
Maybe go to your table with the one that Samara would use because she's not here. See if one of these pops up in this floor.
What do you say about jazz? They have far out harmonies with fast flipping beats that hop and hop.
Miss, I got it.
Jazz has far out harmonies.
I got it, Miss Harley. Jazz is known by its great music.
What details do you know about jazz? What's up there? It has highlighted yellow. You can't say from here? Well, we only have 10 seconds.
So maybe we can be a little better.
Oops, sorry. Okay, that one was kind of a hard one. Okay. What are some adjectives or ways that this page describes jazz? Jamar? What are some ways that this page describes jazz? It's highlighted in yellow.
Everybody,
I pulled your name, so I need you to answer.
no one ever pulls my name. what it says. What that says. Why does it look like
Is it old and boring?
No.
Okay, what does that paragraph say?
You can't read it.
Can you see it? Okay, you can come up here.
What?
We don't have all day, come on. We have to get to research, and if you guys want to get to research, we have to get through this.
We're not on writing.
Okay, bebop is one of the new forms of jazz.
Yeah.
Okay. Zanasia.
What?
Girl, what are you doing? Sit up. Okay, what do you see in this paragraph that I have highlighted yellow for you to look at? What words do you see in there that describe jazz?
Jazz is all about jazz. Some things that are in jazz is that there is hip hop and people can dance to it.
Okay, that says hop and hop, not hip hop. So you can
Hop
dance
and
to it.
hop.
Okay.
They know about
Arabella? What'd you say? Harmonies.
I have nothing.
Yes. What I was looking for was fast flipping beats. So is it slow music? No. It's fast, right? Okay. Okay, everybody rise up on the board. Markers down. If you're doodling, you should not be. Put the cap on your marker. I'll wait until everybody's caps are on their markers and they're facing forward.
Charlie Bird Parker's blizzard of notes explodes from the saxophone. Dizzy Gillespie's trumpet ripples melodies like Miles has never heard before. The band plays fast and free. Then, a dream come true, a lucky break. One of the bandmates doesn't show up and they ask Miles to play. In awe, he blows his trumpet, knees knocking, can't hear himself, too busy listening to his idols. Miles, not as ready as he thought, doesn't shine, but bebop flowers and flows through his body. Jazz is all he wants to play. And here's a quote. And when that band was playing music, that was all I wanted to hear. It was something. Bird and Dizzy invite Miles to look them up in New York City. Thrilled and ready, he makes his plans. His father insists he attend music school in New York City. Miles agrees, but it's just a ploy to find Bird and Dizzy. He takes the train to the city where jazz thrives, where his idols live, where he can learn to play his horn like no other. And here's another quote. I ain't never been scared of doing new things, and I wasn't scared when I got to New York City. Miles wanders down.
Okay. We are looking at the board. I put the words on here so we can follow along at the same time. When we hear it and we see it at the same time, you are going to learn better. If we are sitting there playing with our fingers, is that going to help us understand what this is about? No. So I'll wait until everybody has their heads up and their eyes are looking at up here. Otherwise, I can put it on Google Classroom and you can read it by yourselves. Is that what we want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I want to put it on Google
Down 52nd Street. The street. Where jazz clubs cram together, jazz legends jam, and music history is made. Miles walks on air as he listens. Swinging sounds stream from every doorway. classical music, practices trumpet between classes. Nights he plays bebop, downtown, uptown, gets a little sleep before school starts. Miles, itching to play jazz full time, wants to quit school to learn from the best in the clubs. Dad agrees but warns his son, don't be like the mockingbird that copies others. Be your own man. Be your own sound.
So where does he go to school?
Dad agrees.
What's the school called?
Juilliard School.
Juilliard? And what does his dad warn him?
His dad warned him, don't be like mockingbirds that copies others. Be your own man, be your own sound.
Okay. Thank you, Zanisha. That was beautiful. Okay.
Dizzy leaves Bird's band. Miles' big chance to take his place. He sounds like Dizzy, but he can't play as high. He can't play as fast. Miles hears music differently. He doesn't like to play a lot of notes. He plays only the important ones. Some listeners put him down. They want Dizzy's rippling trumpet.
So do they like him as much as they like Dizzy?
No.
Okay.
He loses confidence, wants to quit every night. But Bird loves his sound and wants him to stay. He tells Miles, don't be afraid. Go ahead and play. Here's a quote. I was impatient with myself and most everything else. But I kept it to myself and kept my eyes and ears wide open so that I could keep on learning. Miles experiments and discovers a unique sound. He crafts and perfects his tone like a scientist of sound. When he finds the right note, he holds it and savors it just for the beauty of it. Every night, he listens and learns from master musicians. He also boxes to gain strength and blowing power to control his sound. Overcome with exhaustion, yet feeling exhilarated, he knows he's moving ahead, away from bebop, to create a new way to play his trumpet. The way you change and help music is by trying to invent new ways to play. Miles emerges with confidence and a restlessness he can't ignore. Determined to try something different, he becomes leader of his own group. His chance to share his music, his way. Bird and Diz were fantastic. Challenging, but they weren't sweet. Birth of the Cool was different. You could hear everything and hum it also. Miles searches for talented musicians with modern ideas, musicians that inspire him, like Gil Evans. They form a nonette, a 9-piece band that plays slowly and mysteriously. The band plays cool, relaxed, with a lighter, lyrical feel. Miles' playing punctuates the new music with poetic, melancholy solos, enchanting audiences and giving his voice a chance to grow. He performs with many other groups but loses focus. Can't find enough work. Encounters tough times. People say he's burnt out, even though fans still listen to his records. He knows what he's got to do. He climbs out of his dark days by playing his horn again. Then, a chance meeting in a club, Miles lines up a surprise performance at the prestigious Newport Jazz Festival. He is thrilled. This is his chance to restore his faltering reputation. He strolls onto the outdoor stage. The crowd sits in silence. He pushes his horn into the microphone. His sound pierces the air. The audience feels a chill as Miles plays his horn like no other. He wails the melody with gripping emotion. His mystical voice hangs like a cloud, leaving space for each listener's imagination to wander. The band sizzles and Miles shines. He's the star. The audience goes wild, stands on their feet, electrified and satisfied with the unforgettable Miles Davis trumpet sound. Like a human voice, like the woman in Arkansas, his horn sings, whispers, and cries as his musical notes become his words. His trumpet is his voice. Miles, hip, cool, stands as close as he can get and listens to what the others play, thinking, what to change next. With every step forward, it breathes music. This is the note from Whitmore Salas mentioned on the cover.
Okay.
By his mid-20s, through his industry.
That's our story. Okay. So on your whiteboard, you're gonna do a think, write, pair, share. So we're gonna think for a minute and write, and then you'll share with a partner. So first we're gonna start with the writing part. So what was it like for Miles Davis to visit Arkansas according to the author? So he went to go visit Arkansas, where his grandpa lived. So here is a sentence stem. What was it like for him in Arkansas? You need to have something on your board because you're going to be sharing it with a partner. Are we okay if we write, I don't know? No, because I put the page of the book on here for you to look at and find the answer. So unless you can't read, and I know you can, there should be no excuse.
It's 10 o'clock. Well, it's 11.
What was it like for Miles Davis? I put the text up there for you to read it, so if you need to read it, that is fine. But I don't know is not an option. I don't know is not an option. The text is up there for you to read it.
I can't see it.
Then go sit closer. Go sit on the floor. What was it like for you in Arkansas? Did you like visiting Arkansas? Okay, I'll be giving dojo points to people that are following directions. What's going on?
You can't, but I don't know if the text is up there.
Well, if you need to stand closer so we can see.
I don't know.
Well, we can't just like. Okay, write down the sentence then. Like you can't sit here and do nothing. I give you a sentence then and then you count the information.
Got it.
Sentence stem. Write the sentence stem first. According to the author, it was.
Miss Harvey,
Yes?
can we get Elias, Flores? I got it, Elias Flores.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'll give you 1 more minute.
What's 1 more minute?
Bye.
Bye, Eli.
Let's talk more.
Bye. Where are you going?
Home.
What do you think? We need to go somewhere special. Hobbies, hobby,
You wrote your sentence? Yes.
I only said I don't know. How many minutes can I have? I thought you already went to the bathroom. What What are you doing?
I just said you couldn't have I don't know as an answer. Write down the sentence from at least. Or you can write down the sentence from at least.
I'm not done.
According to the author, it was.
Wait.
It's in the purple. Okay.
It
Go back to your desk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you are gonna share with your partner. So if you have a group of 3, you're gonna be actually. Arabella, can you come up here?
And I don't got no partner.
I could have said it, Layla could have.
But that's okay. Alright, you're sharing with your partner, or if your group is 3, you're sharing with your group what you think Miles Davis felt about visiting Arkansas. You have 3 people. I said
You gave us 1 minute.
Okay, what was it like for What was it like? Can you read your
If you can join your table while you do this.
Oh, this one is assigned to. I got 2 seats. According to this boy.
No, you start. What did you say?
Oh, can I have a break this
No, please go share with your table.
Just be quiet, listen to the talk.
I guess none of my table wants to talk to me.
Maybe you can go over and be a leader and start the conversation.
Jade's table will talk.
You can go with Sanasia and Anna.
I don't think Jade's feeling good to talk.
And maybe you encourage her.
But did he like it? What was it like?
Well, he's already talking to somebody.
Maybe you can listen and join in.
Okay, how do you know what?
First name.
Section is it?
I think the first and last name.
Okay, where do you see that? Okay, that's fair.
Okay, it's time to go back to my desk.
All right, waterfall.
Please be me.
Arabella, what is something that you or your partner said?
It was good for Miles to visit because he wanted to see his grandpa or dad.
Okay, and then Alex, what did you or your partner say?
I said why Miles wanted to stay. Why Miles stayed in Arkansas because he wanted to stay with his grandpa.
Okay. Jose?
According to the author, it was different from Miles Davis to visit
Arkansas?
Arkansas because it was different.
It was different? Okay. Did he enjoy going to his grandpa's in Arkansas?
Yes.
How do you know? Anna, did he enjoy going to Arkansas?
But I think I know why.
Okay. How do we know? What words do we see here that knows that he enjoyed it?
I know.
Do you see it? Can you see it from back there?
Me?
Anna.
Wait.
If you can't see it, or if you're not sure, you can ask Xavier. Xavier, sit down. easier? Can you tell her what you think?
I think it's because the sound of
But does that say that he enjoys going? The sound of Arkansas stays with him always? Okay, but that could be good or bad. How do we know that he likes it? Iris?
Because it says like he loves his grandpa's farm.
It says at the top, Miles loves Grandpa's Arkansas farm. So you should have had something about how he enjoyed going. Okay. Okay, we're gonna listen to jazz. So I'm gonna start playing it on your whiteboards.
on your whiteboard. Got it.
Okay, erase your whiteboards.
Can I go
You
now?
have 3 erase. 1 erase. You still need it. 2 erase.
What time is it? Is that only
3 erase. Noah, that's you. Okay, while we are listening to this, we are taking notes. So, what?
Is Miles Davis still alive?
I don't think so. I think somebody said he passed away in the 90s, I could say.
Yeah, because he was.
Okay, you're gonna write down sentences, phrases, or words that describe what you see in your head as you listen. So are you gonna see pictures up here?
No.
No. Are you gonna see pictures in your head maybe?
Yes.
Okay, so you are writing down what you are imagining. After we listen to this, you are gonna be writing a paragraph about the images you see in your head. So if you don't take notes, it's gonna be a little bit difficult for you to do this. So everybody get your writing markers ready, and you're gonna just take notes about what you think and feel while you listen. What are you taking notes on?
What do you think and feel about?
Yes. Okay, are you ready? Can you hear it? Okay. Let me try it.
Oh, why?
What are some things we know about how they make jazz? You can put instruments you hear.
Like right now, I'm envisioning like a busy city. Like it just sounds like the city.
No, you're gonna know time, but we need to have our head up, okay? So you have music? What are some instruments
What
you
you
hear?
hear?
Drum.
Yeah.
Drum?
Trumpet.
Trumpet. Maybe a trumpet?
Bass. Bass.
Bass? I feel like Miss Harvey knows these instruments better than I do.
Saxophone.
How was the band? Nice
Drums.
names.
You can draw a picture.
Definitely saxophone.
What instruments do you hear?
Try to get a few things done, and then maybe you can try to go to the bathroom, okay?
Are we on reading? What time is it?
Time to be quiet.
Huh? What do you mean?
It is 2:23.
Stop, let me see. Drop.
It is 2:24.
It's 2:24, Miss Abby. Now it's 2:24. It's still 2:24.
Do jazz musicians follow sheet
I
music?
don't think so.
No.
What's it called?
Improvising.
Okay.
Drum, trumpet.
Does it sound like one person?
No.
Multiple people.
Okay. Do you hear anybody singing? Okay. Have you heard singing in other jazz music in the past? Okay.
La la la. That's so cool.
What does it say?
Is there anything you like picture as you're listening to this?
Oh, okay.
I
So
only
like I said, I
hear
don't know,
drum
for
and
some reason
trumpet.
if you're like being in busy cities, you might envision a band.
Hurry. I can take.
It might remind you of being out there, I don't know. But like picture you getting your brain when you listen to this.
Where do I go?
Just walking below. There is a trumpet, yes.
Okay. It kind of seems like people are done taking notes.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
I heard a saxophone earlier. I don't know if you hear it now. I hear more drums
Sorry.
and trumpet.
I just came back.
Can you please go quickly so that run?
Okay. I'm gonna leave the music playing while you do the next part. But your next part is the exit ticket for the writing portion.
I want snack. Oh. Or you don't get it. Oh.
Okay. So what do you imagine? This is your exit ticket. So I'll pass out paper in just a moment. But while we listen, I want you to think about what it's like to imagine, to listen or play jazz music along the Mississippi River. Okay, so take notes for another minute while I pass out the paper.
That's kind of why reading isn't ideal because you miss instructions. So she asked everybody to listen to this. She asked everyone to listen to this and write down what you're thinking and feeling as you're listening to it.
And now it's the exit ticket. So you're gonna probably make that.
Do we write all of those sentences?
The first thing I want you to do is put your name on this. What are you doing?
Put your name. Do we write all of the sentences?
We'll write a paragraph, right? So
No, use that as your, write your.
you could use some, you could use all.
I mean, if
She's just giving those for students who have a hard time starting. So they're to guide you. And you guys have learned
All right, waterfall.
before.
I'm gonna explain it one more time because I think I did kind of a mediocre job. So your exit ticket is writing a paragraph. How long is a paragraph?
5 sentences.
3 to 5 sentences. So how many sentences do you need to write?
Literally?
3 to 5. Can you write less than 3?
What are we writing
Okay.
about?
So you're gonna write what it was like, what you imagine it was like to listen or play jazz music along the Mississippi River. So I put pictures of the Mississippi River so you can look at it, and I will continue to play the music while we work on this. It needs to be silent because this is an exit ticket. I'll give you time to work on this while I pass out a snack. Are we up walking around talking to friends?
No.
Okay. What was the first thing I told you to do?
Write your
Write your name on it. Okay. I will play the music and give you time to do this. I put sentence stems, so if you're stuck, you can use the sentence stems to write your answer. Are we writing I don't know?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm planning the next lesson, don't do that.